Hello. Good.
Hello, good afternoon. Thank you. Good morning, sorry, in India.
Yes.
Hello.
Good morning. Good
Morning.
morning, Adil. Welcome to the chat session for Eurasia Research.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the invite. Thank you.
How are you?
Good, good, good. Not too bad. How are you, please? How's
Uh,
everything?
I'm also good.
Very
Uh,
nice. Thank you so much.
how is the weather in your city?
Sorry?
How is the weather in your city?
Not too bad. Not too bad. It's a little bit cloudy today. Not too hot. Not too hot. Uh,
Okay. Okay.
okay.
We are really grateful to have you today in this our chat session for Eurasia Research.
Yeah.
So, before starting with the chat session, I would like to introduce you to the viewers of this chat session. That is Airil, Haimi, Mohd, Adnan, who is from the Mara Technological University, Shah Alam, Malaysia, and his topic is dishonest and unethical AI usage, trends in higher education, the case of postgraduate students. Okay, Errol. Uh, Starting with the chat session now. Uh, you have presented this topic at the conference. Please explain your research in a nutshell.
Thank you so much. First and foremost, good morning to everyone in India. I hope everyone is fine and well, and especially also to the Eurasia Research team. Thank you for inviting me. I'm Airil Haimi from Malaysia, and the time now is 12:38 p.m. Now, let's get back to our story. So, what is the research in a nutshell? Wow, we actually focus on the idea of AI in writing, in academic writing, And the focus was to look at how high AI adaptation has happened in academic writing, especially postgraduate academic writing. And then looking for the themes there, what kind of themes, what kind of things are actually happening in the real world. And also, what are the ethics when you talk about AI use? One of the biggest issue is about ethics. What's about ethics? Some people say it's not wrong to use AI. Some people say you can just copy and paste. Everything is okay. It's just like using Google, for example. So these are the things that we focus on. And the study design uses a mixed method approach. And our focus was only on postgraduate students in the Malaysian context. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Errol. What are the challenges you have faced in your research journey?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So if there is a list of challenges that I can say, there are about five. Five are the biggest one. One of the biggest issue was about, we faced was about student concealment behaviors. Yeah, students actually hide and they don't want to talk about their use of AI. Yeah,
Yes.
especially when they copy and paste.
Yes,
Very cheap.
this is the most
Right.
frequent problem
That's why when you ask
nowadays. Yeah.
people about it, do you use AI? No, but actually they do, but they just hide it. So this is the biggest issue. When you directly question them, do you use AI? No. But when you go deeper, then you will find out, about the complications of it, and you get actually honest response. Another issue, the second issue, the key challenge was the institutional gaps. Yeah? Many universities, I think not just in Malaysia, in India also, but everywhere in the world, some universities are not yet very clear in terms of AI usage guidelines. Yeah. So some universities they say don't use AI. Some universities say okay, if you don't use AI, so what can I use? So students get confused in that kind of situation. The third issue, I think the third challenge is about detection. So nowadays, AI generated content can actually be passed off as real human content very easily. And that makes it even easier for students to just use AI when they write. There's also the issue of cultural complexity. Another challenge is because my focus, my team and I, we look at the use of AI by business people who are studying for a degree course, a master's course, PhD courses, and they actually focus on business, on the business sector. So we see that they apply some of the things that they did in the real world, in business, in their academic behavior, which is the assignments that they do. And finally, also, there is this very big ambiguity. The definition about how much AI use is okay, how much is not okay. So that again is evolving, right? And it differs from one situation to one situation, one university to one university, and from one country to another country. So these are the 5 challenges that my team and I face. Thank you.
Actually, in the era of AI, no one use their own brain. They
Yeah,
think that AI can solve all of their problems. So
correct,
this is
correct,
the
correct.
major problem
Yes, it's a
nowadays.
very big issue.
Yeah,
Correct. I
yeah,
agree with you. I agree
yeah.
with you. Right. True, true,
So,
true.
what was your motivation during the research, Erin?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that question. So this is one of the research focus that we're doing on, and this is focusing on only academic writing and for postgraduates during their studies, and they are actually part-time students. But we are also doing, my team and I are also looking at other dimensions of AI use, especially in academic writing and in academic behavior. So the 6, I think there are 6 key motivation. Yeah, motivation point. Number 1, how do you address AI misuse? You can, to me, as a lecturer, as a university professor, I think that's no problem. You can use AI. I'm happy for my students to use AI. In fact, you can use it safely, healthily, right? And productively in your classroom. But the problem now is some students, and to me especially, online students or students who do studies part-time, for example, yeah, working adults who study part-time, they just generate and copy paste AI content. So this is the biggest issue, right? You just ask AI and then you copy and then you paste, copy paste, and that doesn't help. Okay. Another issue is what is the knowledge gap. So we see now a very big gap about when you see AI impact and then AI ethics. So that is a very big gap. Because when you just say don't use AI, you're not guiding your students, and that is actually not helping them. I think it's unfair to just say don't use AI. It's not good. It's actually not very clever, right? That's a wrong strategy to take. So you have to help students, but you have to guide them carefully, and this is what is missing now. Now, the third issue will be academic value. Academic value. So we have the problem now is academic degrees are still very traditional, right? You are tested based on what you write, what you know. But nowadays, I think in terms of AI use, it's not. It's getting that traditional thing has to change because you cannot just ask students about what is the knowledge, but you have to ask students what is the process of you getting that knowledge. I think if you can do that, then academic value will be raised, still kept safe. Yeah. The fourth issue would be culture. I think cultural adaptation, and so working adults. Like I said, for this particular study, our focus, my team and I, we actually look only at working adults. So I believe that when you work, you already have the trouble, you already have the pressure in the workplace, you have your family commitments, and then when you study, it makes it even easier for you to just fall into the AI copy and paste trap. I think it's a trap. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Next would be the institutional guidance. I think now we have guidance, we have guidelines. In Malaysia, the Malaysian Higher Education Ministry, for example, already has guidelines. The Malaysian Qualification Agency, MQA and Mohd already has guidelines. But how do you translate this guideline into the real world? That one I think is still missing. Because whatever you say, at the end of the day, students will still use AI. The problem is you're not guiding them correctly. I think that is what we found out. And now I think my final motivation is I want to see hopefully a shift, a shift. Don't just try to get, don't just try to catch students. Our motivation now, the way we work, our modus operandi now is actually now just to catch them, right? You go through the plagiarism detection and then you catch students and then you catch. That's not again helping. Just like I said, AI is here to stay, and I think you know that also. Everyone knows that. Everyone in the world knows that AI is here to stay. So how do we use it productively, safely, healthily? And also, at the same time, we want to make sure that when you use AI, you actually preserve academic value. So that compared to the old traditional degree. So that was, I think, basically the motivation of myself and my team. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Eril. What advice would you give to young researchers who are just starting in the research world based on your own experiences and insights?
Lively. Thank you so much. I think
Welcome.
this is a very nice question. And thinking about myself, also when I started actually in higher education, it was in 2001, nearly 24, 25 years ago. So my advice, I think, and I like to share 7 advice. Yeah, just sharing only, just sharing only. Number one, you need to find your passion. Align your research with your interest. Align your research with your interest.
Yes,
You
interest is the main thing.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it drives you. It drives you. It's like the fire inside you, yeah, driving you. Because research is most fulfilling for me personally. I think when it aligns with your interest. You look at topics that genuinely excite you. Yeah. Timely topics, topics which are current. I think that is also very important because whatever it is, your curiosity can help you motivated. Yeah. Through your challenges. Next, number 2, build strong foundations. I always say this to my juniors, especially my team members, yeah, those who work with me. Build strong foundation. Whatever it is, the foundation must be strong. You cannot skip. You must build the foundation. What is the meaning of the foundation? Master the fundamentals of research. Understanding what is research methodology. What is good data analysis? What kind of data can you do? How do you do field work? And of course, don't forget, you need to focus on your academic writing, right? So these skills will actually set you apart, okay, and ensure that your work is rigorous, rigorous. And nowadays, it needs also to be impactful. Your work needs to be impactful. Number 3, network. I think you should network. You should collaborate. And I started very early on. You have to connect with other researchers. You cannot just work alone. You cannot. No matter how good you are, you cannot work alone. How do you do this? Attend conferences, right? Attend conferences. Take the opportunity. Every 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, attend, right? Now we've got Eurasia Research. Don't forget, yeah? We can go online. Yeah, we get hybrid, hybrid conferences. You can do that, right? Engage with academic communities because I think collaboration will lead you to further breakthrough and you can expand opportunities. Number 4, resilient. I think you must be resilient. Be prepared, yeah. When you collect data, then you don't use your data or you find that your data useless, sorry, right? You send papers in to publish and then you get rejected. You apply for grants and then you get rejected again. Oh, well, that's normal, yeah. Don't give up. Learn from your setbacks and then, like I said, build a strong team. The team doesn't have to be big. Myself, my team members, I think about 3, 4, 5 people only, right? And we work, but work very closely and then stay resilient, yeah, with each other, right? So closely with each other, support each other, and then stay resilient. Next, number 5, I would say that you need to be very aware with technology. Embrace technology, yeah. Education 4.0 nowadays, yeah. It's actually reshaping academia. So when you do research, you integrate AI tools, yeah, you integrate digital tools, you use innovative technologies, not just for research, but of course, after that, you use your research skills, you apply it to your classroom. Yeah, that's the trick. Second last would be communicate effectively. I think you should communicate effectively. Yeah, your research should not just stay within academic circles. It's not just for journal publication. It's not just for books. It's not just for book chapters. It's not just for conference proceedings. You also need to write papers, right? Articles for the media. Tell the media, tell everyone in society, in your community, what you found out, right? Go on television, go on radio, get the opportunity, find the chances to share, spread the word, right? To communicate what you found out so that one, yeah, the community, the society can actually benefit from what you know, but also at the same time, you help, right? You help everyone by becoming a public academic, and you help yourself to become an a national and international level expert. And finally, and this is a very, very nice advice, I think, you need to think beyond borders. Think beyond borders. Collaborate, network, work with everyone. But again, to go beyond borders, to go international, you need to do the research. You need to start writing. You need to start creating knowledge, right? Academia is evolving nowadays very quickly. So you need to adapt, right? You need to show what applications of your research can be done, for example, not just in your country, but in the neighboring country, in the region, everywhere in the world. And hopefully from there, you can expand your horizon. That would be my most personal and most humble suggestions, advice to all the young researchers out there. Thank you.
Thank you, Airil. Your positive feedback about your conference?
Thank you so much. I think have to say this. I think your hybrid conference, yeah, especially with the Terra hybrid conference. I think I love, one of the things I love is the integration. You integrated, right? Eurasia Research, you've got the in-person thing, right? If people want to present in person, they can. Virtual participants also, you can do that, right? From any continents, many countries, many continents. So I think number one, I love that. I really love that. Creating a very, very inclusive, yeah, very inclusive, inclusive, yeah, community. I also like the technical infrastructure, right? Because one of the things when you do hybrid is you need to take care of the technology itself. So I think Eurasia Research already has that covered. Right? You've got very good Zoom connections, and when you do it in hybrid, people who are live in the physical arena can actually share seamlessly with people online. I think that is something that I really appreciate. I like the diversity. This is another point. I like the diversity. Getting across people, keynote presenters, keynote speakers. Thank you so much also for inviting me from different areas, different focus areas, and people who actually know what they talk about. And that is very nice. And you mix also between the senior researchers and the beginning researchers, newcomer researchers, and the old timers. I think that is another point, which is a very good strength of Eurasia Research. And finally, I think you make it, to me, a very democratized process. Right? You allow researchers from developing nations, from developed nations, young researchers, those who have funding, who has research funding, and those who don't, right? They have the same opportunities, yeah, to share their knowledge. And I really hope, and I pray that Eurasia Research, the good work you do will continue, yeah, after this, not just for 3, 4, 5 years, but many, many years ahead. And I will personally, definitely continue to help and assist in any ways I can. Congratulations, yeah, to Eurasia Research. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing your experience with us, Airil. And nice to talk to you about on this topic of AI usage. And thank you for attending this chat session. We are honored to have you, and it will be great to see you at our future conferences as well. Thank you
Definitely.
so much.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Thank you. See you. Thank you again.
See you.
Goodbye.
See you
Thank you.
again. Bye bye.